Today we are talking about CoverGirl. Anybody else, I know this is gonna age me, but does anybody else hear Donnie Wahlberg singing CoverGirl to you in your head every time you see CoverGirl makeup? Oh, she's my CoverGirl. All right, I'm having an NKOTB moment. I hate when that happens. Hello, Starlets. I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. I make videos to inspire you to be the best version of yourself and live your dreams. So if you want to be an Everyday Starlet, be sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I was sent a huge box of CoverGirl makeup. I'm like overwhelmed by how big a box of PR I got from CoverGirl. If you want to see it, check it out. Okay guys, this is officially the nicest PR package I've ever gotten. It actually has drawers in it that say like lips, eyes, skin that actually like slide out, and it tells you what products they have. This is so crazy. And when you open the top, watch this. It actually like plays a CoverGirl commercial. So yeah, I actually decided to test out and do a first impression and an almost full face. There were a few products I was missing, so it's an almost full face first impression review of a lot of the new CoverGirl makeup products. And I'm actually going to go out tonight. I'm going to be doing a comedy show. It's actually to support a gay pride organization. I'm super excited to be part of the show. And it's actually the only show I've ever done where the guys are actually looking me directly in the eye. Most of you are probably trying to figure out what eyeliner I'm wearing. It's CoverGirl. I'll have a whole review on it next week. It's cool. So I'm going to wear this look to the show. I'm actually going to update you at the end of the night and let you know how this makeup held up and stuff. So it'll be kind of a wear test. So if you want to see that, be sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. But if you want to see how I got this makeup look right here and my first impression of my new CoverGirl makeup, then just keep watching. Okay, so now I am not in an accident. I just decided that I wanted to protect my eyes with the Skin Iceland Cooling Eye Gels. I don't know how the shadow is gonna go, so I wanted to do my eye makeup first. I decided to throw on the neck cooling gel because why the heck not? So this kind of looks like I'm wearing a neck brace, but I'm not. This doesn't really stay on quite as well. Okay, so I did dab on a little bit of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer as a color corrector on my dark circles. So I'm going to start with the CoverGirl Lid Lock-Up Shadow Primer, and it's in a tube. It's got a little doe foot applicator here. That went on pretty easily. I do know, tried a few drugstore primers that, like, you know, you have to work with them so quick, or they just, like, because they're so sticky, like you get lines and marks and stuff if you don't blend it out quick, but this one seems to be okay. I gotta take this neck thing off, it's gonna drive me crazy. iPads are still going strong though. I have a couple different options. I have the Katy Kat palettes, 2 of them, which are very colorful. I have the CoverGirl True Naked Smoky Eye, and I love me a smoky eye, so I'm thinking I want to try this one out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'll just smoke out the eye, do something nice and dark and smoky. The thing about this palette I've noticed is that it's got like these 4 shimmers here that kind of go from a degree of light to dark, which I really like, and then it's got like a matte here, a matte here, there's a shimmer here, and then like a matte here. Like I kind of wish this whole side was mattes and this whole side was shimmers. I don't know, that's just the OCD in me, I guess. But I'm gonna take this pale matte color. All right, already right now there's like a ton of kickback in the pan. So let's see. So it's just a base color, just to go all over the, okay, this is going on really chalky, really chalky. Like almost like in clumps. All right, just my base shadow, but I'm a little scared. Yeah, this is like reminding me of like banging erasers on a chalkboard. Like it's clumpy. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this kind of like medium gray matte tone, and I'm gonna go into my crease. These are messy shadows, let me tell you. Oh man, I'm getting a ton of fallout from this. A lot of pigment though. They feel very chalky. All right, I wanna go in with the darkest black shade, and I'm gonna try to deepen up my crease. Oh my god, this is so chalky. Can you not see that? It's like, yeah, it's like, it's not even just fallout. It's almost like beating up and falling out. I'm gonna kind of go in with this sort of like blue shimmer shade here. It's not the darkest shimmer shade, but it's like the next to darkest. And I'm just gonna kind of go outer side here. I feel like this is just kind of turning into like one big mesh of shadow. I'm gonna take the silver shade right here, and I'm gonna kind of go more in like the center of my lid. I feel like I'm literally seeing like beads of shadow rolling down my robe. I'm gonna go in with this pale white shimmer shade and kind of go like on the inner corners. Okay, I'm gonna kind of blend this all together. I I received 5 of their liquid liners. A matte black, a black vinyl, a black crystal, a bold brown, and a teal crystal. I didn't actually swatch the teal or the brown, but I tried swatching all the black and the vinyl definitely did dry shiny. The matte was definitely matte. Crystal though almost just seemed like it would be a shimmer topper. Like there was hardly any pigment to it when I actually swatched it on my hand. That's the matte and that's the black crystal. I mean, I don't know if it's like a shimmer topper. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna stick with the matte black. I think I've tried CoverGirl liners before and I don't think I was all that happy with them just because they're very liquidy and this tip is so flexible that it's really hard to control. But I don't think it was this particular liner, so I'm gonna give this one a try and see how I like it. I don't like it. Like it's very watery, but not only that, this tip is so flexible. Like there's absolutely no resistance to the felt tip, so it just like, it's just super bendy. Okay, that was my fault. Human error. Yeah, don't like it. If you're a beginner, don't even think about it because this is just way too difficult to work with. Drugstore brow products tend to go really, really like yellow on me. I'm actually gonna try the honey brown, which is probably gonna be yellow, but I feel like blonde is super yellow looking. The next shade up looks like it's gonna be way too dark for me. So even though I think this is gonna be yellow, I think this is gonna be the right tone for me. So yes, this is a regular pencil. I mean, it's not the Anastasia, but it's in that style. And I'm just gonna kinda a lot of pull. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, there's a lot of pull to it. It's not going on like smooth and easy. Got a lot of pull to it. I think I'm gonna kind of just go over it with the Easy Breezy Brow Sculpt and Set Brow Pomade. Okay. Yeah, they're obviously kind of going for like a benefit thing with like the brush on the top. This is very soft and creamy, which I don't know how I feel about in a brow pomade being so soft. I feel like you kind of want it a little bit stiffer. No. I don't know. Too creamy, so it's a little bit too soft. This brow's like a mess. This one did okay, but it's a little bit too soft, so you just have no control over it, I think is the problem. All right, I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I'm gonna try the Peacock Flare Mascara. I'm gonna try the waterproof formula because I'm hoping that'll hold a curl a little bit better. This has got like a twisted wand, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. I mean, I like the name. The packaging is super cute. I have liked CoverGirl mascaras in the past, so I can't tell if the mascara is flaking or if it's still the shadow that's flaking. It's nice, but my lashes are like already drooping. I desperately need to try a lash lift, like big time, because I feel like no matter how good a mascara is, if it doesn't hold my curl, it's like, what's the point? Like my lashes are like already drooping. It's a nice mascara though. I mean, on its own, I think I'm getting a lot of length. It's a little clumpy on this side. My lashes grow a little weird on this side. They tend to be a little bit clumpier over there anyway, but not super clumpy or anything. And I think if my lashes were curlier, I might like it a little bit more. Right now, I'm a little bit like, it's not holding my curl, even though it's waterproof, so I'm like, Okay, I'm gonna pop these off and then we will get to the face. So I'm back. There wasn't actually officially a primer in the set per se, but there was the Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. So I actually popped on my Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer just because I feel like I need to have a primer. And I'm actually going to throw this luminizer on my skin. I got 2 shades. I have Daybreak and Sunkissed. When I checked them, I was like, I think Daybreak is just gonna be better for my skin because it's obviously better for lighter skin, whereas the other shade is clearly meant for more deeper skin. I do think it's giving my skin a nice glow. It's subtle. I think it's so subtle I can't imagine it really showing through foundation too much. There isn't foundation in this. I'm gonna use my Too Faced Born This Way. I know it, I love it. It's my go-to. They actually did include a color corrector, which is the True Blend Pre-Touching Palette. I don't actually think I'm gonna use this. Here's my problem with a color correcting palette. How do you have a color correcting palette and you don't put a peach in? Like, I use my NARS to cover my dark circles, but when it comes to color correcting, like a peach shade is all I would use. So, I mean, obviously that's not what they're going for. I probably could use some green to cover up my redness, but I never really think that works out. Purple or the yellow shade would just really not work for me. It's creamy. I wouldn't really ever use this, and I feel like to come out with a color correcting palette and not have a peach, I would never pick this up. They do have some concealers here. They are the Vitalist Healthy Concealer. Here's the weird thing. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I can't find the shade on here anywhere, so I'm not even sure I'm using the right shade. I think this is the shade light medium, but I can't really tell. I'm gonna use this under my eyes because it seemed to be the closest to the NARS shade that I usually use under my eyes. And I don't like a super, super light concealer under my eyes. This does feel yellower though than what I'm used to. This is thick. I think I just got way too much under my eyes. This goes on really thick. Not a complaint, it's just thicker than what I'm used to. So I think I got a little bit too much on. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that thick. I'm not mad at it. I don't know if it's giving me all that much coverage. It feels very yellow to me. One thing that I'm actually kind of excited about is the Vitalist Healthy Glow highlighters. I actually tried swatching these and they're very moussey, which I think is kind of interesting because I'm not usually a fan of cream highlighters. Y'all know. They come in quite a few shades, but for a highlighter, some of them I might actually try as eyeshadow sometime, but for highlighter, I feel like most of them are gonna be a little bit too dark and deep for my skin tone. I'm gonna go in with, I believe this is the shade, I'm guessing this is Starshine, but these are not labeled all that clearly, so I'm having a hard time knowing which shade is which. I feel like this is more of a white gold kind of shade, but it definitely, like, to the touch, it feels very mousse-like. Okay, I don't know if I just did too much because it was going on smoothly when I used my fingers and I went to use a beauty blender, and now it's like not going on as smoothly. So you don't want to beauty blend these, because that does not, which is weird because I've never had a cream product, couldn't beauty blend. But yeah, that's getting really kind of patchy over my foundation. I was really hopeful because it was so creamy. So I'm gonna go in, I think this is the shade Moonbeam, but I kind of feel like that should have been Moonbeam and this should have been Starshine. So I don't know if they're written in the same order. This is like a very, very white shade, like a white highlighter. So I'm hoping this will show up because there is no powder highlighter in this set. I'm not giving you the finger. This is just, your middle finger is actually one of the best fingers to use because it's a lighter touch. So it's actually very good for blending. Because this is the only, there's no powder highlighter. So I'm kind of feeling like I want to go really bold with my cream highlight. I'm not mad at this. A little difficult to blend. It is disrupting my foundation a little bit. For a drugstore cream highlighter, I'm not hating it. Like I'm getting some pretty impressive highlight right here. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. I have a sponge in here. I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna use the sponge. The reason why, okay, the fact that there's a sponge is leading me to believe this was supposed to be the powder foundation. I have a review of powder foundations, and as you know, very few of them actually impressed me. So I'm gonna try putting this over my foundation. It didn't really say anywhere that this was a powder foundation. It just made it sound like it was a powder. So I'm gonna actually try smoothing it on with my sponge and just gonna see how it goes. Okay, I got a little bit too much on this side, so my highlighter kind of got a little muted. I mean, this is definitely gonna give you a lot more full coverage. I'm used to just sort of dusting on a powder. It's not disrupting my foundation underneath as far as I can tell. And my skin is looking super flawless. It's actually making my skin look pretty good. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I don't have any bronzer or contour in the CoverGirl, so I'm just gonna pop on some of my faves and then I'll meet you right back here. I gotta say my highlight over here is still showing up. I didn't put any more highlight on. I'm trying to just go with this one. I guess you can kind of see this one. I'm looking in the camera, but like in the mirror, it didn't look like this one's as strong. So with the powder, you're gonna have to have a lighter touch, but so far I'm really liking the way my skin looks right now. It's kind of blowing my mind. I feel like I need to do some under eye makeup, but it's kind of scaring me because this palette is kind of scaring me. I'm gonna kind of try to go in with that sort of like steel gray, just sort of on the lash line, just to define it a little bit more. And you know what, that's all I'm gonna do because it's scaring me too much to do anything else. I'm gonna line my lips. I don't have a lip liner, so I'm gonna line my lips with my MAC Soar. This is the Queen Collection Major Shade Liquid Matte Lipstick, and this is in the shade Flamenco. It is a bright pink. This is going on super patchy. Not all that pigmented either. Okay, I mean, I'm working with it. Oh, okay. I just blotted. It hasn't had that much time to dry. I just blotted and not much is coming off, so I imagine it would be long lasting. I'm gonna put a gloss over it. I'm gonna try, oh my god, these like, what are they, Katy Kat? Katy Kat lip glosses, like it's Katy Perry's collaboration. The little cat on the top is so cute. I'm gonna use the shade Kitty Karma because I just feel like this is such a bright, shimmery color, and I think it's gonna go a really pretty over flamenco. Okay, this is not going on very smooth. for a gloss. Maybe that means it'll be longer lasting though. Yeah, I mean it is coming off on my hand, but you know, it's a gloss, so you know, I kind of expect it to. I do like that color combo though. The CoverGirl Look Lock Up All Day Setting Mist. Not all that fine. A mist, but not terrible. First thoughts on things. I like the way my makeup looks. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna complain. But some of these products were a lot harder to work with than others. But the highlight is really holding up right there. Like that. That's hot. Hot pink lips and I start talking like Paris Hilton. What's my deal? Yeah, the powder I'm really impressed with. I think I might have to try it like without the foundation to see if it really works as just a powder foundation. But I really like the way it's making my skin look. I'm actually going to head off to a comedy show tonight. I'm gonna try to check in with you late in the evening to try to give you an update, let you know how it held up, and I will talk to you soon. Like I said, I am straight, but I'm 38 years old and I'm newly single, so I'm open to any offers at this point. I really don't care what parts you have, I just need to see your credit score. That's really all. Hey guys, so I hope I don't have any food in my teeth, that'd be embarrassing. So I just got back from doing an amazing comedy show. It was actually to support a local gay pride organization, and I will actually leave a link to their organization below so you guys can check them out. It was just the most fun show. It was so fun. The audience was amazing. I'm not usually beaming this much after a show. I think I'm a little shiny. So as far as my makeup goes, I am shiny. I do have oily skin. The liner, actually, I'm amazed it hasn't transferred, but it was extremely difficult to work with. But I do have to say, it did last. So I'm gonna give it credit where credit is due. I do have a mascara flake that I was actually gonna pick off before the video, and then I was like, no, I really should show it in the video. And the powder, while again, I am shiny now, I couldn't get over how flawless my skin looked after using the powder. So I was really impressed with the powder. The highlight is actually, it's hanging in there. Like that for a cream highlight where I powdered over it, but I didn't put a powder highlight over it. I don't know, and I'm really picky about cream highlights, and that's actually not so bad. Oh, the concealer, you know, it doesn't appear to be too creasy. The lipstick is interesting. The gloss isn't sticky at all. The gloss almost feels like a lipstick to me. It's definitely not transfer proof because it definitely got on like things I was drinking and stuff like that, but it's definitely holding on, which I'm surprised. I mean, for a gloss, I don't know if I like the lipstick on its own. It just felt kind of patchy. It didn't really go on very pigmented. It was just one color though, but I wouldn't wear it on its own. But with the lip gloss layered over it, I feel like it really had some staying power. My lips don't feel like sticky or anything. I feel like overall, some of this makeup I will try again. There were some wins and there were some misses. I like my makeup overall. I mean, there was really nothing that I was wearing that I was just like, oh my god, I hate the way this looks. Just some products I just feel like were not really worth the effort. I definitely think there's quite a few things in here I think I'd try again. If you have tried any of these CoverGirl products or have any other makeup products that you would like me to try out, let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. I love your suggestions. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. A while back, I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and I truly believe that beauty and makeup saved my life, and I believe it can save yours too. So if you want to be an everyday starlet, be sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me on all my social media channels. The links will all be in the description box below, along with links to all these products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.